Hey, welcome to this Windows channel, and this is a little tips and tricks video for anyone out there that has a inkjet printer that prints white pages. You know what? I've seen this problem so many times because people tend to not use their inkjet printer a lot. And what happens is the ink will dry up. Now, everybody thinks, oh, well, there's something wrong with my computer. My printer only puts out white pages when I print. It has nothing to do with your computer. That's the first thing you need to know. When a printer, an inkjet printer, has only white pages coming out when you try to print, don't tweak or play around with the drivers or anything or uninstall it. It has nothing to do with your computer. And that's a problem that people have a lot of difficulty understanding. They always think that the computer must have a problem. That's why it doesn't print well. It's not complicated. A printer that has white pages when you try to print, the ink has dried up. Now, there are different levels of drying up that can happen. It could be the ink cartridge themselves. The ink is, haven't been used in such a long time that the ink is just no good anymore. It doesn't want, it's dried up mostly inside the cartridge, so nothing comes out when you try to print. So in some cases, you might need new print cartridges. You might need new ink cartridges. And in most cases, from what I see, is that you need simply to perform several nozzle cleaning. So the print ed cleaner and the nozzle cleaning is all done either on the printer itself. If you have a multi functional printer like this with a little screen on it, you'll have to go into the menu of your printer. In that menu, you'll have an option for cleaning. It's often in tools or maintenance, and you'll see nozzle cleaning or print ed cleaning. And if you haven't used your printer in a while and really it prints very only really white pages with almost nothing on it or nothing at all, you might have to do this 5, 6, 7, 8 times before it becomes normal again. So that's one thing you need to try. If you have a printer that doesn't have this little screen, more like this type of printer, for example, the same cleaning can be done, but you'll have to go into the control panel of your computer, go into devices and printers, and on the printers that you have, you'll see that the printers, when you right click on them, there's options. So by clicking on the options of the printers, by right clicking on your printer, go into all the options and try to find a place. It's not always easy to find, but there's a place where you can actually right click your printer. And when you right click on the printer itself, what's going to happen is that you'll have options. So you can actually go to printer properties or properties in general. You should see somewhere where you'll have maintenance available to clean the print ed or the print nozzle. It's a very common problem related to inkjet printers. That's why one of the things that I always tell my clients is if you don't print a lot, every month print at least one sheet of paper that has a little bit of color and a little bit of black. It will keep the inkjet printer working. If you don't print for 6 months, it's often blocked. Now, there are two things that also can happen on printers. Printers typically come with two types of inks. Some printers, typically Canon, Epson, often have a print ed, and you put the cartridge, the ink cartridge, in it. Now that will require cleaning to fix it. But on some other computers or printers, like HP often does this, you'll have a print ed with the ink cartridge. That means when you change your ink, you also change the print ed. Now these cartridges are often more expensive, but they have the advantage is if the print nozzle or the print ed is jam packed and you just can't get it unjammed, what you do is you just change the cartridge and it just fixes. Now there are cases where it's just so dried up, the ink is just so dried up that it is possible that your printhead is completely scrapped and you might need to change printer. Often people will say, well, I'll change the printhead. Yeah, but the printhead is often the same price as a new printer. So, you'll typically buy a new printer. But remember, it has nothing to do with your PC. It only has something to do with the ink that dried up in your printer. So find the manual, find the instructions on how to clean your print nozzle or print head in the printer, and it will work. Often taking several cycles. Remember, you might need several cycles for it to work well. And finally, if you have a laser printer, don't worry about it. If you're printing white pages, you simply ran out of ink. There's no cleaning process here because the laser printers use dry ink. Basically, it cannot dry because it's already a powder. Typically, it's because you're running out of ink when you have white pages on a laser printer. If you enjoy my videos, why not subscribe to my channel? You'll be informed when new videos are online. If you have any comments, questions, anything you want to know, let us know. Thank you for watching and hope you enjoy our videos.